So I had a great experience in trucking school. To start trucking school, you have to have your permit first, which is go down. At least here in Wisconsin, you go down to the DMV. You have to get a Fed Med card first. So I saw a doctor, got the physical, got all that checked out, got a Fed Med card, and then took the. I think there was three. I think there was three tests that I took because I was seeking my Class A CDL. So for those that don't know, there's different classes of commercial driver's license. The biggest ones are Class A and Class B, as well as like bus and chauffeur. I think have a school bus have their own endorsements, but basically, Class A and Class B. Class A is, let's say, your classic a tractor trailer. It's an articulated vehicle, and so I decide if you have a Class A, you can drive a Class B vehicle, but if you only have a Class B, you can't necessarily drive a Class A, so tractor trailer. So I figured I'm going to go ahead and get the Class A, then I'm covered. And then you make a decision on whether you want the air brakes endorsement. So I decided, yes, I might as well. So again, if you can drive for air brakes, you're allowed to drive for non-air brake systems like a hydraulic system. But if you don't have the air brakes endorsement, you can't drive a truck that has air brakes. So I took three tests to get my permit. I believe it was a general knowledge, and then I don't know, the articulated vehicle portion of the exam dealing with what to do when you have a trailer, and then the air brakes is a separate written exam. Those are all written exams. I took those, passed those, got my permit, and then I think the permit is good for like 6 months, and so then that allowed me to then start the trucking school. I did have to take a written exam for them beforehand, got that taken care of, and then I just started driving. And literally on the first day I showed up, put me behind the wheel, and I went out for a drive. The truck I was driving was I think it was a late '90s Kenworth. It was a sleeper unit, 18 speed. Don't remember the motor in it, but it was an 18 speed, and then it was pulling about probably a 48-foot um, aluminum like dump trailer for hauling like sand and rock and stuff like that. But it had a big hydraulic hoist to dump out the back. And that was our unit. That's what we trained on. And so yeah, I just went over 3 or 4 hours at a time. We go for a drive. We would do pre-trips pretty much every time, and then I started once I was comfortable with the driving, started to learn the shifting, and then I kind of started practicing the backing maneuvers. Yeah, so the driving the semi, it was a little overwhelming at first because it's big. I didn't really struggle too much with the shifting in terms of like upshifting. The double clutching was new for me. I never had to do that before. And then downshifting was certainly